Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with on loan Barca winger Ace Abde as manager Javi has confirmed that the player will stay and he really wants to, exploit the player's qualities next season. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, in this episode, we are going to be talking about Ilkay Gundogan as the player is reportedly soon to make a decision about his future as Barcelona continue to show interest. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. There have been a lot of speculations and, of course, many different reports regarding the future of Barca youngster Ace Abde following his impressive loan spell at CA Osasuna. Ace Abde has been with Barca since the summer of 2021 when he was signed from Helco CF, brought in to strengthen the reserve team of the club. The winger saw plenty of first-team game time early on in his career at Barca when Xavi became the Barca boss. However, Abde was then sent back to the reserve for the second half of that last season before being loaned out to Osasuna last year. The move to Pamplona worked out very well for the young forward as he finished with 6 goals and 2 assists in his name, helping the team finish as runners-up in the Copa del Rey and secure European football for next season after a 7th-place finish in La Liga. There have been a lot of reports claiming that Barca plan to rope in Ace Abde into the first team plans for next season, while some other media outlets have suggested the Catalans intend to offload him for a good offer to help with their financial fair play situation. Now, though, a fresh report from Santi Auna reports that Barca will keep Abde for next season at the club and do not have any intentions to let him leave unless a huge amount comes in. The La Liga champions have seen his development at Osasuna and they have evaluated everything and so believe that Abde is ready to play at the top level and that he will leave an important role within the team next season. However, with the African Cup of Nations coming up next year in January, there are some concerns within the players' camp about Abde's game time. If actually he will likely have to compete with Rafinha, Usman Dembele, Ansu Fati, and Ferran Torres, provided they stay for minutes in attack. As such, Ace Abde's agents are reportedly pushing for an exit for their player in the summer, especially with Bayern Leverkusen showing a lot of interest in Abde and making him their priority target. Ace Abde himself wants regular game time on the pitch, something that might not be guaranteed now at Barcelona. However, the club is very clear on their stance. Abde will stay put and wouldn't be sold. Barca plan to count on the young star for the upcoming season, and only a very big offer could tempt Barca in selling him. Honestly, this comes as a little bit of a shock to me because I thought that in fact, all of the players who were on loan will be sold, all because of the financial constraints that Barca are currently going through. So if Abde is staying, then it means that manager Javi really wants to use him for many games. Because if not, then what is the need? Why the need keeping the player when he really wants game time and you aren't giving him that game time, or there is not guarantee that he will be there? So, and knowing fully well what the club is currently going through, you know. So I think this is a huge development for a player like Abde, who have been doing wonders playing at Osasuna on loan. I think he was by far the best loanee that Barca had out there in Europe. He did so well. He was a crucial player for the team, a starter for most matches for Osasuna. And it doesn't come as a big surprise that Barca really wants him to come back. After seeing the potentials and the skills, the performances last season, it is imperative that Barca would like to have him back. But of course, One might thought that selling him could have still been understandable, especially as Barca want to balance the books, they want to bring in money, they are in serious hunt for cash in order to ensure that financial fair play is reached so that player sales, player purchases, and player registration becomes a successful transaction for Barcelona. So let's see how it goes for Ace Abde, because normally the player will really want to be guaranteed regular game time. He is now used to of playing more because at Osasuna there was a lot of games that Abde started and finished, and I think it would be a very disgraceful thing in his own career that coming back to his club that he has been there for a long time, his career can be killed. But let's hope that Xavi has a big plan for him because I myself have been seeing Abde in La Liga this past season. Abde has been doing very good, doing very, very well. And he has been linked to multiple clubs, which doesn't come as a doubt at all, considering the quality that he possesses. Then on to the final story of discussion. Manchester City midfielder Ilkay Gundogan has become the center of attraction ahead of the upcoming summer window. After leading City to a historic treble, Ilkay Gundogan has become a wanted prospect now in the transfer market. Barca have been in his tail for a very long time now, but it appears that even Premier League giants Arsenal are also keen on acquiring his services as a free agent. A report recently has suggested that Barca have improved their offer for Ilkay in an attempt to convince him to make a move to Camp Nou. However, according to Mundo Deportivo, Gundogan has asked Barca for more time before he can decide his future. This comes shortly after reports that claim Gundogan will make a decision on his future at the end of this week. More time likely means Ilkay will evaluate the options he has at his hand of prolonging his stay at City, even though his contract at Etihad expires end of the month. Man City still harbor the hopes of retaining his services beyond this summer. As per the same report from Mundo Deportivo, Manchester City have raised their salary proposal for Ilkay, hoping it would be enough to convince the player to prolong his stay there. The player himself has stated his desire to continue leading City at the highest level under Pep Guardiola, who they believe to have strong connections together. But Barca cannot be ruled out in this race. The Catalans have offered the German a 3-year contract with the desires, but the club cannot guarantee to register the player now, even if it reaches agreement with Barca. This is because Barca are not in a position to register too many new players until they reduce their salary mass. That means the club would have to get rid of their key players before they can even compete with City for the race of Ilkay Gundogan this summer. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.